On April 7, 2001, one of the biggest and best-selling fights in featherweight history took place between Mexican Marco Antonio Barrera and British star undefeated Naseem Hamed. As a result, this fight became best-selling in this weight category, selling 310,000 pay-per-views. The favorite in the fight was Naseem Hamed, 3-1 in his favor. For this battle, he earned a huge fee of $8.5 million. Barrera received about $2 million. This was Hamed's fifth fight in the United States. His debut was very impressive. He knocked out Kevin Kelly in the fourth round, but during these rounds, each boxer was on the canvas 3 times. Hamed's record was 35 victories, of which 31 were by knockout. Barrera had 52 wins and 3 losses. Although both boxers were 27 years old, it was the Mexican who was considered more worn out by tough fights and a long career, which he began at 15 years old. Hamed's coach was the legendary Emmanuel Stewart, which gave him even more advantages. So most experts didn't give the Mexican a single chance, which was strange, because Barrera was far from a whipping boy. The first round saw the flashy Nas play to the crowd and grimace at Barrera as he headhunted with his powerful left hand, ready to pounce as soon as Barrera attacked. But it soon became evident Marco was not going to bring the fight to Naseem. Instead, the challenger boxed cautiously, probing with a stiff jab occasionally followed by a straight right, and landed some heavy counter left hooks. In the second, Hamed turned up the rough tactics to try and assert himself, shoving and grabbing after he missed with his left hand to deny the challenger a chance to counter. Barrera, always the proud warrior, refused to be bullied. With over a minute left in the stanza, Hamed lunged forward and missed with a wild right, only for the Mexican to tackle him to the canvas and pin him there as if saying, "Enough of that."
Inside. Naseem's power that Barrera is fighting the way he is. This fight is to move to the left, stay away from that left hand. Big left hand by Barrera inside.
Every round, Barrera should send him to the corner to connect with a left jab.
As with a quick combination there. Big left hand by Prince Naseem. Lost your championship.
Not only so, he made him tuck his head just a little bit by telling him it looks more like he's doing more damage to you, rather than saying, "There you are."
But there it is.
Let's go. A little by-play on the clinch will tell you that Hamed has found out he's in with a true perfection. Figures to be able to end the fight or begin to end it with a punch.
Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim, I got it going back and forth. 57, 3 rounds apiece. From Marco Antonio Barrera.
Harold Letterman has it even in round 6 by CompuBox numbers.
You start fighting. That's what Barrera is doing. He's pacing himself.
And Barrera says, "Come on. Come on."
Barrera doing? Clowning with a clown.
Big right hand to the body again by Barrera.
Those shots, he's going to have to climb it, bring it down, close to the chin.
Now.
His jab, throwing it more frequently, landing it more often. That was his...
Boy, he's throwing these in the middle yet, but he's starting to pick up the power.
With some royal blood. This is the jab, double jab.
Zone to appear to take a lead on the scorecard.
Well, now for the first time you see the Prince getting closer. Thing about Prince, when he doesn't have anything else, he's got
stalking and trying to land that left cross.
Barrett so on top of him. Best punch of the round right here. Barrera goes under a left.
You see the Prince just will not jack.
By the middle rounds, both fighters were fully committed to their strategies. Hamed tried again and again to land his power shots, but Barrera's plan to circle away from Hamed's left put him in a great spot to fire his own left hooks, which connected with authority on Hamed's body and head. In the second half of the fight, Barrera pulled ahead on the scorecards, further exposing Hamed's tactical weaknesses and lack of creativity. Hamed versus Barrera was proving to be a one-sided rout as Barrera put on a boxing clinic against a dangerous puncher. The Mexican had completely rewritten the script everyone had memorized, turning what was supposed to be Hamed's coronation into a humiliation.
But he hasn't thrown anything with it. He's missed it.
He can't. Barrera is countering to get it done here. There's a big left hand. Barrera covering up. Can you believe the odds? The combinations have been thrown by Barrera for Marco Antonio Barrera to try to rise to the top of the featherweight heap.
To win this fight. I feel he's way behind, and even punches point that it looks so bad to the crowd.
Saw in his last fight and said this is a different fighter.
Yes, it is a very Naz has got to try to land a big knockout punch. Even after
Naz's aggression to turn it against him.
and Naz will not come back with any shot.
That the Prince has developed since he was a boy. There is, George. There is. But not when he's running like.
Short left hand inside by Hamed.
You can't back up. You've got to bend down and go to him with short.
Well, the secret is he stayed away from the Prince's big power and he landed the better shots.
Look at that, taking that advice. He's going for it.
By round 10, Emmanuel Stewart started begging Naz for a knockout. Barrera was just 3 minutes away from a dominant win. Nevertheless, Hamed came out swinging in the final stanza, searching for the one big shot that could salvage the night and his undefeated record. Hamed's reckless attack did not impress Barrera, however, who decided to put an end to Naz's frenetic swinging by trapping Hamed in an arm lock and pinning him face first into a corner post, like a cop apprehending an insolent hoodlum. Barrera lost a point for that move, but this would prove a mere footnote in what became one of Marco's greatest performances and perhaps his biggest win. All three scorecards declared Barrera the winner and new featherweight champion of the world. After that punishment, Naseem Hamed didn't activate the rematch clause, had only one fight in London, and retired from boxing.
Marco Antonio